Welcome to week 2 of Wilton Anglican Youth Online. My name is Scott and this video is late and that is all my fault. This week we're talking about what matters, life and life under God. God's made us so that what we think shapes the way we live our lives. External changes are only good if what's inside has changed first. And since we're all socially distanced, we have more time to think. We have more time to learn from God's word about who God is and about what God has done. And so that's what we're going to do together right now, and then again online on Friday night's Zoom session. In the midst of a strange and difficult time, we look around and ask, God, why don't you do something? When we hear about the 50,000 people who have died from coronavirus, we ask, God, why don't you do something? When we see the negative impacts of social distancing and the loss of jobs and the pressure this is putting on families, we ask God, why don't you do something? And then even when we go back to our normal living conditions, our problems will not be solved. Again, we will ask, God, why don't you do something? Now, I think that's a fair question. We shouldn't be hiding our questions from God, small or big. We can ask God. So what about our question right now? God, why don't you do something? And the answer, God's answer, when we ask, why don't you do something, is, I have. He has. And what he's done is wrapped up in what Jesus came to do. Jesus didn't come to the world for us to serve him, but he came to the earth so that he could serve us. Our discussion online this Friday night is going to center around this idea, that in the midst of a coronavirus crisis, in the midst of our lives which have been hit hard with restrictions and isolation, and even before the crisis started, and even after this crisis finishes, and even as far into the future as we can imagine, God has done something. And what God did, he did through Jesus. As Jesus walked this earth, he performed many miracles. Miracles that only God could do. I want you to pause here and off the top of your head, jot down some of the miracles you can remember that Jesus did. Okay. Whoa, great job. Impressive list. Hey, even I didn't think of that last one. Now, have you ever wondered, if Jesus can just heal whoever he wants, whenever he wants, why doesn't he just come down here and heal everyone again now? Why doesn't Jesus just come down and open the world's most successful coronavirus health clinic? Well, for the rest of this video, I'm going to put just 2 Bible verses up. I want you to do is find the link between them. We'll find our answer there. Why doesn't Jesus just come down and heal us? We'll have a look at these 2 Bible verses. Then they're going to appear on the screen with a few questions below. And I want you to write down your ideas. The first verse is Romans 6:23, and the second verse is Mark 10:45. What is each verse talking about individually? What crisis is each verse talking about? How does one verse help you understand the other verse? And how do these verses together help you understand how God has already done something for us in this corona crisis? And that God has already done something for us in the much more important crisis which we all face. Then once you've got some of your own ideas down on paper, I want you to see if you can come up with a 1 sentence, a short and simple answer to this big question online this Friday night. Here's the question. What did Jesus come to do about coronavirus? For more info about Wave Fridays online, go to pwac.org.au/youth. Read the information there and follow the links at the bottom of that page. Thanks for watching and God bless.